Innovations has activities for work and play. Innovations of Home is just a short drive on Route 119 North for big savings. Give them a call at 397-4900 or visit online inhomepa.com. And remember, you can always shop online and have it delivered. And there you go. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank. It's AM 1160 WCCS at 101.1 FM. They are the Saltsburg Trojans. And tonight at St. Francis University, they're going to be playing for the District 6 Class A Boys Championship. Morning, fellas.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you here. I never saw a group of guys so quiet in my life. But Coach Johnson is the only guy to talk. Hey, Coach, you've got this theme ready to go. Step up to the microphone there a little bit. And you've got a group of guys that have played basketball together for a really long time, and tonight they get the chance to fulfill one of their dreams.
Yeah, no doubt. This has been a goal for this group ever since pretty much like 7th grade. We've talked about it, always looked at the banners up to the school, and like I said, it's been a goal of ours, and these guys, they deserve it. They deserve to play in a game like tonight, and they've been working hard, and we're hoping to come out with a victory.
Well, you've had them as their head coach for a lot of years now, and of course, probably in youth basketball, you had some connections with them as well, all the way up through the ranks. When you had these guys as freshmen and then as sophomores and last year juniors, everybody knew that was a pretty special group of guys. How soon was it in your connection with them that you realized that these guys had a chance to be a really special basketball team?
Well, to be quite honest, my two assistant coaches over here, Jason Hayes and Brad Shirley, they've had this group since 3rd grade. And they could honestly tell in elementary school, like, this could be a special group. It's a group that's always wanted to work hard on the basketball floor. They've always gone in AAU tournaments and stuff like that. So we knew that early, but as I became their coach in the 7th and 8th grade, you could just tell the talent level was there. It was just about getting them to get mature and stuff like that. But like I said, these kids work hard and they deserve everything they get, and we're going to try our hardest tonight.
All right, well, let's meet some of these guys, the players for the Saltsburg Trojans. Just so folks can recognize your voice, if you could each step up and tell us your name and what class you're in, senior, junior, whatever that happens to be. And Nick, we'll start with you.
Nick Porter, senior.
Jordan Booth, senior. Derek Farley, senior. Daniel Shirley, senior.
Get the idea, there's much of
Frankie
seniors.
Plowman, senior.
Skylar Swan, senior.
Jake Roman, junior.
Deshaun Woodford, junior.
How do we get 2 juniors in this group? Let's talk to the seniors first. And Nick, since you're the first one in line over there, Nick Porter is a guy that folks have been watching for a lot of years. And these last couple of games, especially in the first half, Nick, there have been opportunities for you. And you've taken advantage of them offensively. It's been a lot of fun to watch. When you get in there and you're driving and those floaters over those taller guys in the lane, all right, you tell me, how much fun is that?
I mean, it's very exciting, just playing within the system, and our system offers, getting to the hoop and having the floater and my
That's in your repertoire, huh?
Repertoire, helps, and it's very exciting.
Yeah. Jordan Booth is another of these seniors. Jordan is a guy that he's the jump out of the gym guy. That's the way we always describe you. That must be awful frustrating for those bigger guys to see. You've got a tremendous leaping ability.
Yeah, people get pretty confused whenever I line for the jump ball instead of Jake who's 6'6". Usually I have a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, well, the other day, Coach was getting a little confused when you were shooting the threes, but they were going in, so he let you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrific stuff that Jordan has supplied over the years. Derek Filing is a guy that is able to come off the bench and is able to provide some quality minutes. And he also has the deepest voice in the whole group, and that's always an asset. Derek, being able to sit there early in the game and watch how it's unfolding and then see where you're going to fit in, you have to be ready at all times, don't you?
Yeah, it definitely helps watching because I watch Jake a lot 'cause that's usually where I go in for, but I trust these guys a lot to get me going whenever I get in there.
Yeah, and I would guess that practicing against Jake is quite the challenge because he's bigger than you, and you have to get him ready. He has to get you ready for these games.
Definitely helps, but yeah.
Terrific stuff. There's Dan Shirley. And we're just getting tired of calling Dan the most underrated player in Indiana County because that's the way that he has come to be described. Danny, you're a guy that does a little bit of everything, and in your case, lately, a lot of everything. Your role in this basketball team is just something to watch because defensively, offensively, whatever you're called upon to do, you seem to be there for it. Tell me, nodding on the radio, not the best, not the best way. But tell me about how it is that you're able to do so many things so well.
I just like to go after the ball. I like basketball, and I just love getting rebounds and steals and everything.
Yeah, well, you see it out there, you have to go for it, and it's fun to watch. Fun to watch. Frankie Plowman, come on up, visit with us a little bit. We talk about and you said it yourself the other day on the air. You said, "Well, I'm a three-point shooter."
Yeah.
But Coach says, and we can see it. And you demonstrated the other night. You're much more than that for this basketball team. The other night, it was your defense and rebounding that were real keys to the victory. But that versatility, just like Dan has his, and Nick and all of these fellows have their versatility, that's certainly a key aspect of your game too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, well I think that's what separates us from most of the other teams. Like every one of our players can do multiple things, and we're threats in multiple ways. So, yeah.
All right, we're going to talk to you guys about tonight as well before we get out of here. Skylar Swan, come up and visit with us a little bit. Skylar, we've watched you as well down through the years. Remember a game a couple of years ago against Homer Center, I think it was your sophomore year, and you just exploded on Homer Center in that basketball game. We said, where'd he come from? He wasn't one of the names that we were told about. You're an ICTC student, aren't you? Yeah. That's a pretty special thing. There aren't a whole lot of student athletes coming out of ICTC. I bet you they're pretty proud of you there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people good.
Yeah, what's your concentration there at ICTC?
Masonry.
Masonry?
Yep.
Yeah, terrific. Well, your contributions again, especially I'm thinking of the Heritage Conference Championship game at the KCAC.
Yeah.
Did some really good stuff there because, when foul trouble rears its head, sometimes you get put in a position down low where, with your size, we're thinking that's not really where Skylar would be best utilized, but it's where you're called upon to play.
Yeah, I like playing down low more than anywhere else. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How about that? All right. Well, let's get these two juniors up here. I don't know how they snuck into this group. Come on. A little bit faster. A little bit faster. There he is. He's Jake Roman. He's the junior center. And Jake, you've had to match up with some big guys here through the course of this basketball season. And we think of Merrick Paola from over at Ligonier Valley, but through the District 6 playoffs, of course, and into the state playoffs, you're going to be called upon to play against guys just as big as you.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be some big kids. Paola, he's pretty good, but I tried my hardest to D him up. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your low post game because, even from the beginning of this season to now, I've watched as it's developed. I'm sure that takes a lot of practice time. That's where that game develops, isn't it?
Yeah, just practice on it. That's just repetition.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. Work on the drop step, and you're getting it done. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
And here's the guy that's the newest guy on the team this year, and Deshaun Wolford is with us this morning. Deshaun, I imagine working into a group of guys who have been veterans playing together for a long time, and your first season with this varsity team, I would imagine with your game it didn't take a whole lot of time for you to mix in with this group.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to play with these guys.
Yeah, as you have watched and been able to practice against guys like Danny and Frankie and Nick in practice, I'm sure that has helped your game too.
Yeah, they're good guards. I had to face some of those good guards back at my home school.
Yeah, well, and then here you go. Next season, you're going to be the guy running that point for Saltsburg. So I imagine a year's worth of practice against these guys is going to help to prepare you for that.
Hopefully it does. We'll see next year.
Yeah, well, right now we're concerned about tonight and the Williamsburg Pirates in the District 6 championship game. Fellas, one or two of you, if you want to come up and talk about what Coach has been telling you about this game. Nick, Frankie, Dan, Jordan, any of you that wishes to come up and talk about your preparations for this team. What has Coach told you? Jordan Booth is going to be the first guy out. About this ball game tonight against this particular team.
Well, mainly we just have to focus on defense. Last game, our defense wasn't there the greatest, but our offense pulled through.
Yeah. Has he talked about specific guys that have to be cut off, or how's that been?
Mainly they're all shooters, so going out beyond the three-point line is definitely going to be there.
Oh, yeah? Sounds like Saltsburg a couple of years ago. Frankie, come on up and tell us about what you know about Williamsburg and what it means to you to be able to play for a District 6 championship.
Oh, to be able to play in this game tonight, it's just everything that we've worked for since we were, yay tall. It's a great experience. And, Williamsburg, they're a good team. You're not going to play a bad team in the District 6 championship game, but, that they're shooters. We match up well with them, and it'll be a good night.
Yeah, terrific. Hey, Nick, let's talk a little bit about this Williamsburg team. Have you played any of these guys in AAU ball or in some other setting, or are they completely new to you?
I don't believe I've played them before.
Yeah.
No.
Have you seen them on film?
Yeah, we saw a little bit on film.
Mm-hmm. What have you noticed about them
They
that
have some
stands
tough
out?
guards. They like to dribble the ball and get to the hoop and shoot just as well as we do. I mean, they shoot more threes than we do, and that's impressive.
Your ability, your ability to penetrate against most of these teams, every team that we've seen this year, has been a key aspect of what you're able to do on the basketball floor. Did you see that opportunity with them? Do they go 2-3 or man, or what do
I
they
think
do?
they're going to man up against us tonight, and we play within our system. I mean, that's how we penetrate and kick, and I think it's going to play to our advantage.
Yeah, terrific. Well, let's get Coach Stitt back in here with us here this morning. Coach Don Stitt, your ball club getting set to take on to Williamsburg. You heard what these guys said. I'm assuming they're pretty accurate, that you've told them what to expect out of this ball club tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. We've been looking at stats, and like everybody knows, we like to shoot the three ball, and this Williamsburg team has shot 100 more threes this year more than we have. So they're definitely a team that likes to get up and down, and they rely on the three-point ball. So, yeah, I think as a fan coming to the game, I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be an up-and-down, track-meet type game, almost like what we did against Ligonier at the Heritage title game. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch.
Well, Saltsburg is one of those traditional 2-3 type teams down through the years. Everybody knows Saltsburg for the 2-3 defense. That doesn't particularly sound like it's going to be what you want to go with tonight.
No, pretty much ever since I became coach, I've been trying to transition from that 2-3 matchup to a man, and that's really come together the last couple of years. I mean, we've barely played any zone at all this year, so no, it's going to be a man-to-man type game tonight. We're going to throw out the press a little bit and just, like I said, just try to get it up and down and play our game.
Well, we wish you all the best. One question before we get out of here this morning with this segment. How many of you guys are part of the Mo Wing connection? Just
well, we got one now.
Yeah,
That's
one?
it. We're down to one. Nick Porter.
Just one.
Just down to one.
Well, that's always been a part of the Saltsburg basketball tradition as well. But obviously, these guys have played the basketball for a lot of years together, and they've come together with a historic opportunity. District 6 championship tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for the community in Indiana County. Before we leave, though, we just want to thank you guys for having us up here. It's a great opportunity for the kids, and it's going to be an awesome experience for our town. So we want to thank you guys very much.
It's our pleasure. Thank you, fellas, coming in this morning. Who's missing a test by coming here right now? Not a
Definitely none of them.
Not a one of them. It's Indiana in the Morning, AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM.